Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be deep cleaning, decluttering, and organizing my living room. I am going to be starting today's video off a little heavy and with some full transparency. We have just experienced a very scary situation in our home, and I don't want to just act like nothing happened because this is a very big thing for me. And I will start off by saying everyone is okay, Grayson is okay, but on Wednesday morning at 4:40 a.m., I heard one of my kids come out of their room and start coming down the hall towards my room. I heard maybe 3 or 4 footsteps and then a fall. So I kind of thought maybe one of them tripped, so I got out of bed and I went to go investigate and see who was in the hall and what they were doing. And I came around the corner to see Grayson, who is my 7-year-old son, having a seizure. It was the scariest moment of my entire life. It was very traumatic for us. I, of course, yelled for Justin, and we called 911, and she walked us through what to do and what to expect and kind of just how to handle the situation. I would say the seizure lasted probably about 2 minutes. It is so hard to say in the moment. We weren't timing it. Like I said, we were very shocked and caught off guard and didn't try to check the time. But I feel like it was probably around the 2-minute mark. And he did come out of it and start coming to. And he is completely fine. We did, of course, get the ambulance, and he got to ride in the ambulance to the hospital, which he was very excited about. He is already telling me he can't wait to tell his friends about the entire experience. He looks back at it as such a fun day, which is honestly all you can ask. I'm very happy that he doesn't remember the experience as a scary situation. He remembers it as an adventure. So that is good at least. But we did get to the hospital and they ran a ton of tests. I'm so thankful that they were so thorough and everything has come back normal. The only test results that we are waiting for now is the EEG, but I am optimistic that that is also going to come back normal. It is very scary not having an answer and not getting an answer. And the pediatrician did tell us that everyone is allowed one seizure, which sounds very crazy, and it's honestly kind of a scary thought, but he said it is more common than you would think for kids and adults to have a seizure and not have a reason and never have another one again in their life. So that was honestly some comforting information to me. I did not realize that seizures can be so common, but I am optimistic that this was a one-time experience and it will never happen again. I'm putting that out into the universe. I have never been through something like this. It was, as you guys can imagine, like I said, extremely traumatizing, and I just did not feel right jumping into this video and not talking about such a huge life event for my family. I know you guys care about me and you care about my children. We have built such an amazing community here, and I look at so many of you like members of my friends and my family, and I know you guys care about what is going on in my life. So that is what has been going on with us. Never in a million years did I ever think that is how I would have been waking up with one of my children. Seizures are terrifying, especially seeing your child go through it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and I am so sorry to start this video so heavy. If you are new here, I promise this is not usually how I start things off, but this was just a big thing and I didn't feel right brushing it off like nothing has happened. I also am the type of person who does take comfort in other people's experiences in a similar situation. So if you do have a similar story to share, if it is positive or optimistic, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. I have found a few women in my city who have been through very similar situations and everything is fine years later. So that is what I would like to hear. If you do have a story that is negative or upsetting, please do not share it here. This is not the place. I don't want to read anything like that. This is still very fresh and I just need all of the words of comfort right now. But like I said, we are going to get back to business. We are starting things off by deep cleaning, and as you can see, we have moved the couch and there's just tons of stuff that was underneath here. I am throwing all of this in the garbage. We have not noticed any of it missing in the months that it has been sitting underneath the couch, so it's gone. And after we deep clean, we are going to be doing some decluttering and organizing as well, so I really hope you all enjoy today's video. It's crazy to me that in the 4 or 5 months that it has been since I cleaned underneath this couch, I collected enough garbage underneath here to fill up this little garbage bag. We are now left with all of the crumbs and dust and small little pieces, so I am going to be grabbing my vacuum so we can get all of this picked up before moving the rug and mopping the floor.
You feel so far away, though you're close. Where's your mind at? I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside that heart of yours. Ooh, I feel paper thin. Ooh, when will you let me in? Do you let anyone get under your skin? You play it cool.
I love this vacuum from Tinko. I do use it all the time, but I find it does get clogged often. I will say we do have a lot of dog fur in our home, especially when cleaning the carpets and rugs or areas like underneath the couches that has been neglected. So I am not going to be shocked when it gets clogged, but I did have to unclog this vacuum a couple of times throughout this process.
You feel so far away, though you're close. Where's your heart at? I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside the heart of yours.
This area that is above my couch always gets super dusty. I am not able to mop this area when I am mopping the floors of my stairs because the bars are in the way, so I do have to wipe this down with a cloth every so often to stay on top of the dust and the dog fur.
But underneath, I know you're hiding something. Do you let anyone get under your skin? I just wanna get to know you, so would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you, boy? Would you let me get to know you? Ooh, I feel paper thin. Ooh, when will you let me in? Do you let anyone get under?
Once the floors were dry, we are going to be laying the rug back out, and I do always like to rotate the rug so the couch isn't in the same place each time, and it just keeps the wear and tear throughout the carpet looking even.
You got something I can never be without, yeah. I'm in your command. Thought I was a man of my own, but it's been 2 years. I'm only a shadow of the good on me now. A breeze in my ear, 'cause you know I cannot
I absolutely love this couch and I would 100% buy it again, but the only thing that I would change is that I wish the pieces of the sectional locked together. Having kids and having dogs, it would be nice for these pieces not to be so easily separated. When the kids are wrestling or the dogs lay on the carpet, sometimes it pushes the sectional pieces around and it never stays looking as perfect as it does when I first line it all up.
We can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence. So I keep on rolling in silence. I find myself apologizing when you've started it. Why? Under a spell, I really wonder how did it come to this? Go see my friends, but then I realized they're all your friends. Is this
I wanted to also make sure that I moved this cabinet as well. I purchased this cabinet almost exactly a year ago and I have not cleaned behind it or underneath it since, so I knew it was long overdue.
what do I every time you come and name? What do I whipping me into madness? I try to lay low, but I can never stay away from you. What do I we can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence. So I keep on rolling in silence.
This little area of my living room is still one of my favorite spaces in my entire home. I just love the way it turned out and the way it looks. I absolutely love the black accents with the lighter pieces, and then with the pop of greenery, I just feel like it turned out really pretty. It is simple and minimal, but I find that is definitely the direction I am trying to steer towards throughout my entire house.
What do I you're whipping me into madness. I try to lay low, but I can never stay away from you.
Now we are going to be diving into the cabinet, and this is where I keep all of my kids' art supplies and craft supplies, but as you can see here, it is very disorganized and very messy, so I'm going to be taking everything out of here so we can go through it all and make this space function a lot better.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
The first thing I did want to do is go through everything and just put the obvious stuff back where it belongs. I had a lot of markers and crayons thrown throughout each bin and they don't belong in there. They belong in the little holder. So I was doing that, and then I am going to go through all of the kids' papers and coloring books and workbooks. I did sort these into 3 different categories. I had one area for the workbooks, so kind of like the school books. I had one for all of the coloring books, and then I had another section for more of the craft type books. So they were sticker books and pop-out books and just things like that. So it made sense in my mind, and I knew this would function a lot better. They could see what they have and grab the bin with the stuff that they were wanting instead of throwing all of it everywhere looking for a certain thing.
City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold.
So these are the 3 bins that I was keeping, and they already look so much better and more organized. I was also able to get rid of quite a bit of the used coloring books and workbooks. I had so many that were already full, and you obviously can't redo the pages, so it was nice to get rid of a lot of the clutter that we were hanging on to.
Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes.
This Play-Doh bin is by far the most used bin. Quinn loves Play-Doh and is constantly playing with it. I do buy store-bought Play-Doh, but I do also make my homemade Play-Doh as well. So you will notice me throwing some baggies into this bin as well, and that is just the bags holding the homemade Play-Doh. I don't really do too much decorating for Valentine's Day, but I did find this really cute heart garland at HomeSense, and I could not pass it up. I just thought it would be the perfect addition to the fireplace mantle, but it does look a little long and strange hanging like this, so I did want to hang the center area up as well. I tried to find a command hook and I didn't have any in my house, so I thought maybe tape would work and I'd be able to hide it, but it was not working at all, and I'm definitely going to have to go out and buy a command hook to get this hung up. But that is going to be it for today's video. I know this video was on the shorter side, but I'm sure you guys understand why. I did have this footage already ready to go from Monday, and I still wanted to get a video up. But thank you guys so much for being here and spending this time with me. And I do also already want to say thank you so much for being so kind in the comments, because I know you guys are probably being so comforting and sending so much love our way. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you guys all next week with a brand new video. Bye, guys.